When we think of the British royal family, there are moments that stay with us forever. One such moment is seared into global memory. Two young boys, Prince William and Prince Harry, walking silently behind their mother's coffin in 1997. The world mourned with them, and for Harry. That day marked the beginning of a journey filled with grief, resilience, and ultimately, purpose. Now, 30 years later, Prince Harry is preparing to tell his mother's story in his own words. A documentary, expected to mark the 30th anniversary of Diana's death in 2027, promises to offer a deeply personal perspective on a woman the world still calls the People's Princess. Diana Spencer wasn't born into the center of power, but fate had other plans. At 20, she married Prince Charles in a fairy tale wedding watched by over 750 million people worldwide. Yet behind the glamour and flashing cameras, Diana's life was far from easy. The pressures of royal life, a troubled marriage, and unrelenting media scrutiny were daily challenges. But Diana's greatest gift was her humanity. She spoke openly about mental health, bulimia, and the loneliness she felt, subjects that were taboo in royal circles at the time. Through vulnerability, she became relatable. People loved her because she was real. Beyond her personal struggles, Diana had unparalleled compassion. She hugged children with AIDS, walked through landmine fields to raise awareness, and championed numerous charitable causes. Her courage and empathy made her a global symbol of love and humanity. The world was shaken on August 31st, 1997, when news broke that Diana had died in a car crash in Paris at the age of 36. For Harry, who was only 12, the loss was devastating. He and his brother William had lost not just a mother, but their anchor. The funeral procession, with Harry and William trailing behind the coffin, was broadcast worldwide. Millions mourned alongside them, yet the isolation Harry felt in those moments was profound. For decades, he bottled up his grief, trying to navigate life in the spotlight while processing unimaginable loss. In the years following Diana's passing, Harry struggled privately. The media labeled him the Wild Prince, often focusing on partying and youthful mistakes. But behind the headlines, Harry was grappling with profound grief and the pressures of royal life. Military service became a turning point. Serving in Afghanistan, he found purpose and structure, witnessing firsthand resilience in the face of danger. Military life helped him confront his inner struggles and instilled a sense of responsibility he had long needed. Therapy later helped Harry process his pain. He became an advocate for mental health awareness, speaking openly about panic attacks, anxiety, and anger, a clear reflection of his mother's influence. Diana had broken taboos. Harry carried that torch forward. Harry's life took another dramatic turn when he met Meghan Markle. Their love story captured global attention, but intense media scrutiny mirrored Diana's struggles. Fearful of history repeating itself, Harry and Meghan eventually stepped back from royal duties in 2020, relocating to California. Their new path included major creative projects. Through Archewell Productions, they partnered with Netflix for docuseries, lifestyle shows, and global impact projects. The Diana documentary promises to be the pinnacle of this journey, a deeply personal story told by her own son. In letters and speeches, Harry has shared how his mother's loss continues to guide him. In a letter to Scotty's Little Soldiers, a charity supporting children who lost parents in the military, he wrote, "Take a moment to reflect on the values your loved ones instilled in you, compassion and a sense of purpose. These will guide you through the challenges ahead." These words are both advice and personal reflection. They show how Diana's legacy shaped Harry's life, from his charitable efforts to raising his own children, Archie and Lilibet. The anticipated Netflix documentary is expected to feature personal stories and memories of Diana at home, rare footage, letters and photographs, interviews with family, friends, and charity workers, reflections on Diana's influence on Harry's life decisions. It's more than a historical documentary. It's a son honoring his mother, telling her story as a mother, not just a princess. Even decades later, Diana's influence remains strong. Films, series, and global media continue to explore her life. Younger generations, many born after her passing, are discovering her compassion, courage, and humanity. Harry, now a father himself, sees Diana's values reflected in his parenting. The lessons she imparted continue to guide him, ensuring her legacy lives on through the next generation. If you're enjoying this deep dive into Diana's life and Harry's journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. There's much more to explore about the royal family, untold stories, and behind-the-scenes insights. Harry's story is inseparable from the media's portrayal of Diana. From relentless paparazzi to sensational headlines, Diana endured scrutiny that ultimately affected Harry's own perception of public life. His experiences shaped his determination to speak openly about mental health, privacy, and the realities of royal life. The documentary is expected to confront these truths, providing context and insight previously unavailable to the public. Diana's charitable work wasn't just public performance, it was deeply personal. She challenged stigma, advocated for the vulnerable, and inspired countless individuals, including her son. Harry's involvement with orphan children in Uganda through the documentary Masaka Kids, A Rhythm Within, and other global initiatives echoes his mother's empathy-driven legacy. What sets Harry's narrative apart is his personal connection. Unlike historians or journalists, he lived Diana's story. He experienced the highs, the lows, the heartbreak, and the public scrutiny firsthand. The documentary is likely to capture moments of private grief, the process of healing over decades, reflections on motherhood, family, and love, how Diana's values continue to guide him. It's storytelling that resonates because it's authentic, told by someone who felt the impact directly. Even after 30 years, Diana's story resonates globally. She became an icon not just for the UK, but for the world. Her advocacy, empathy, and courage set a precedent for modern royalty. Through Harry's documentary, viewers will likely revisit her impact, not just as a princess, but as a catalyst for social awareness, compassion, and change. Harry encourages those experiencing loss to build support systems. In his own words, the tears and laughter, the shared experiences, and the moments of joy you create together are powerful reminders that love endures. Your resilience is a testament to the legacy of your loved ones. This message underscores the documentary's purpose: healing, remembrance, and inspiring hope through shared humanity. The timing of the documentary is significant. 2027 marks the 30th anniversary of Diana's passing. Netflix, with its global reach, ensures that Harry's narrative reaches millions, presenting his mother's story with nuance and intimacy. Archie Productions, Harry and Meghan's creative venture, continues to prioritize storytelling that fosters empathy, understanding, and impact. And this documentary embodies that mission fully. So here's the full circle. A young boy loses his mother in front of the world, grows up under scrutiny and trauma, finds purpose in military service and advocacy, falls in love, starts a family, and now returns to tell her story. This isn't just a documentary, it's a tribute, a healing journey, and a message that love and resilience endure. By telling Diana's story, Harry invites the world not only to remember her life, but also to reflect on their own values, relationships, and legacies. If you've enjoyed this hour-long journey into the life of Princess Diana and Prince Harry's personal journey, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Your support helps bring more authentic, heartfelt stories to light, and there's plenty more to come. Princess Diana's legacy lives on not just in history books, but in the hearts of millions and in the actions of her son, Prince Harry. Through compassion, courage, and love, her story continues to inspire, heal, and guide. And now, through this documentary, the world will see her story as Harry always intended: honest, personal, and profoundly human.